welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Krista. I'm the creator behind Krista's Crochet. I like to share vlogs, fun stories, and projects, so grab your yarn and let's chat. Today is May 8th, and I have not filmed at all, hardly, in the past month. If you guys haven't noticed, I have not posted in 3 weeks, I think. And honestly, I don't know why. I've been crocheting. I've been home alone enough to film, and I honestly just don't know why I haven't. I do have one clip from last week, I think, and I'm going to play that for you guys right now because I have some projects in there, and then I will talk to you guys in a few minutes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so sorry for missing 2 uploads in a row. I don't think anybody really watches my videos that consistently besides my 2 friends to really notice or care, but we're going to get back on track now. I honestly don't even know why I wasn't filming the past couple weeks. I guess between Easter and there's a couple days my parents were working from home. Had a little bit of a busy week this past week as well, so we're gonna get back on track. Today is also April 25th. We're already at the end of April. I cannot believe that. Before I get into everything I've crocheted the past couple weeks, I do have a very exciting life update. I finally got a job, so I can finally buy yarn and continue making all the patterns I've been wanting to make. But yeah, I'm super excited. I start on Tuesday. Today is Friday, so I have a couple more days. But anyways, I forget if I mentioned in my last video that I had been working on a granny square bag, but I finally finished her. She is very cute. I love it. I did use striped yarn from Red Heart. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's discontinued now. But I had this color that I used for the border and the straps that I think kind of match really well to some of the colors showing up inside the square, so I was pretty happy about that. And then I finally finished my V-stitch blanket scarf. She is very cute. I definitely like it more as kind of a shawl sort of thing. I hope you can see me, but you can definitely kind of fold it up and wear it as a scarf. But yeah, I think it turned out fine with the color scheme and stuff. I'm sure somebody will love it, but I was very, very, very excited to finally have that done. I also used up 3 skeins of yarn I had, so that was exciting. Of course, I'm still doing my granny square challenge. I won't go into too much details about that because that is a separate video, but I have quite a few more granny squares made. These ones were actually a started project already. I just need to finish making them. They're going to be a granny square bag, so I am excited to see how that turns out. I can't decide if I'm going to use black, white, or gray for the border. I feel like black or white will be best because I don't think I have a gray that really matches. It's going to be difficult to match up the black or the white, but even if it's kind of a little bit off, I think it'll be fine just because it's meant to be the border and meant to be different. And then I did a pattern test for Crochet by Jenna, her Cindy the candy fish. Look how cute she is. I love her. And then Betty the beta fish. I'm also in love with her. I've gotten so many compliments on her. I'm about to make another in purple for my friend back in South Carolina because he said he's going to come visit me in June. So I'm very excited for that and excited to make another one in purple. It's going to be a light lavender purple. So she's going to be very pretty and I'm just obsessed with how she turned out. So I guess for other projects I have going on that you will probably see in this week's video, Crochet by Toddy is working on a new pattern called Billy the Bunny. technically the pattern is already done, it's just in its testing phase now. As of right now, the tester call is still open. She already sent me the pattern since I'm one of her go-to testers, and I'm super excited for that. And as of yesterday, I started a new project. It's going to be my very first tapestry crochet project. I'm trying to make the Harley Davidson logo for my dad. I actually made one for him a few years ago, and don't judge me because it's terrible, but this is it. I don't consider this tapestry crochet, which is why what I started yesterday is my first tapestry crochet project. It's pretty bad, but of course my dad being my dad, he said he loves it. Yeah, I can't believe I made this. I would say I probably made this like 3 or 4 years ago, before I knew everything I did now. But I had started it yesterday. I ended up making the C and the L on cycles backwards, which is pretty impressive, not gonna lie. So I'm working on trying again, and I think I'm going to use a half double crochet instead of a single crochet, and maybe that'll make it like tighter and more cohesive because it just wasn't really looking like the letters. If that fails, then I'm gonna do a corner to corner method. But I'm gonna have to, I don't know how I'm going to do that without it coming out huge. Because the yarn I'm using, that's like 1000% the yarn I'm going to use. Like, I'm not going to use any other yarn, but it is acrylic, so I have more flexibility on the hook sizes. I was using a 4mm. I think I could probably go down to a 3 if I needed to. I guess we'll see on that. I also apologize in advance if this is like really choppy, or if you're like noticing that I am stumbling over my words a lot. I haven't like done this in 2 weeks, which is awful. I also remade my cardigan. She's almost done. Still not too happy with her, but it is what it is. But it's not a huge deal because it is a just for me project. I've also finished 2 more books so I can update my bookworm. Anyways, I don't know what else you guys are gonna see in this week's video, besides Billy the bunny. I think that's basically it, what I have going on. But hopefully with having a job now, I can start buying yarn. I can hit up Joann's and get those last minute sales. I am a huge fan of like the Big Twist Plush and Posh. And I never got a chance to try the other, like the Rave, the Vortex. I think it's called Vortex. Their acrylic yarn is super soft, even though I've been like trying to stray away from acrylic yarn. Where I was going with that is, if you don't know already, Hirschner's, I think I'm pronouncing that right, is picking up the Big Twist line. So I am very happy about that. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much with it. Crochet Vision, another YouTuber on here, she called them and they said they bought the patent to it. I don't know if they're like actually going to manufacture it, or if they're just trying to make like a quick buck from getting the overstock from the liquidation sale. Hopefully I will be able to snag some of it when they finally put it up for sale, and I really do hope they keep it because I think that'd be a really good money maker for the brand as well. They would be silly not to. I'm also starting to explore different yarn brands. Between Joann's closing and the current tariff situation, I don't want to get into the politics of that. But I've been looking at the Premier Basics chenille. I think that's what it's called. But it looks more like Bernat blanket and not as like chenille. It looks more like blanket yarn than chenille yarn, especially I think like if you look at the pictures of it compared to Parfait Chunky and Bernat blanket. And to my knowledge, I heard someone say that it was made in Turkey, so I don't think it's going to be affected by the tariffs. Don't quote me on that. I haven't done my research. I'm looking forward to trying that yarn. I also really want to try Parfait Chunky because I feel kind of left out that like I've seen so many people try it and I've never tried it. Even though I heard it snaps a lot and like if you have to frog your project, it's over. I don't know, maybe if I put in an order for the Premier Basics yarn, then maybe I'll throw in a couple skeins of the Parfait Chunky in there just to like, I don't know, just to try it and say I tried it. because I also want to try their bloom line. I really want to get their size 3 bloom yarn and make a cardigan out of it. And then they also have the bloom yarn in size, I know they have it in size 5, but I don't know if the like soft one is size 5 or size 6. But I think that'd make for some really pretty turtle shells and just a bunch of other things. I think I've been talking for way too long. I will probably end up cutting a lot of this out. That is the power of editing and why it takes me so long to edit sometimes, because I talk and talk and talk, just like I'm doing now. Then I'm like, wow, I'm really boring to listen to, just because like I lose my train of thought sometimes. Anyways, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, back to present day. I cut out a lot of stuff in that video. At least that's the plan. I haven't edited it yet, but I know I did a lot of chatting, and I think some of it can be condensed down a lot. But basically, I am no longer a full-time crocheter. I got a job, not in my field, but it's a job. I am working at a pretty popular retail store. It's technically 2 different retail stores for like teens and young adults, so like people my age. I'm not gonna reveal what store it is or where I work. You can guess, but there are tons of stores for people my age, so I haven't been that busy with that. I finished all my onboarding, I did my training shifts, and now I've been like on the schedule normally now. It's been nice working again, but retail is just like a whole different world. I've worked retail before, but it was at the golf course on my college campus, and that was just completely different than anything else. Also, don't mind my hair. I just got out of the pool, so it probably looks greasy, but it's just wet. But it's been nice like having a job and meeting other people my age, because I do live in a older population area. One thing I did touch on in the previous clip I recorded last week was the future of my channel. Basically, nothing is going to change with my channel, honestly. Even though I am working now, I didn't crochet 16 hours a day. I did other stuff. Wasted a lot of time just on my phone scrolling and stuff. Basically, that time is replaced with a job. And so since I started working, I've still like crocheted the same amount. All of our shifts are like 5 or 6 hours, and I've been like trying to I try to wake up around 8 and go to bed somewhere around like 11, because that covers the time I'd be awake if I'm opening or closing. So it's kind of nice to be on a consistent schedule. So like if I'm closing, I can still wake up and get about 6 hours, whatever I want to do. And then if I'm opening, I usually will get off around 3, so I'll have the entire rest of the night to do whatever. I did sit down and film a few videos. There's only one that's like actually done, but I started a bunch others. So hopefully I might get to the point where I'm posting twice a week. Probably sounds crazy since I have a job now, but like I said, it's not taking up that much time. And honestly, I can feel less guilty for spending a lot of time on my crochet business now instead of searching for jobs. Anyways, we'll get into the crochet content for this week. I did a pattern test for my friend Toddy, and here is Billy the bunny. She is so cute. I'm obsessed. She's like huggable. Perfect huggable size. I will link the pattern down in my description box below. That's really the only thing I have to show you guys right now. I have a few other projects started, just not finished. I've also taken the time to like kind of reevaluate my content and stuff. I realize my short form content that I'm posting on like Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, it just always isn't doing well. So I'm trying to do like more fun videos. I realized I put out a lot of videos that I really just didn't put much effort into. Like the filming might not be good, the lighting might not be good, the editing just might be too quick. I'm like, I can't keep doing that. Like I'm not gonna get anywhere if I continue pushing out videos that just aren't good. I also realized I need to start posting more pictures of what I make. What I've been trying to do since like last year is just schedule a bunch of content in advance when I can. Not only will that like showcase my work, but it can drive traffic to my Etsy if it's something I still have available. And when I'm applying to tester calls, I think that's what people are going to look for on my profile. They aren't going to go through and watch all my reels with my finished plushies in them. I actually did film a bunch of videos in advance, specifically for my book tracker worm. This guy, I have decided I'm going to rip my bookworm apart. I know, so sad. This is not the main reason why. It got flagged on TikTok for being inappropriate. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I have been told it looks like a certain object that I'm also not going to say. And truthfully, I hate it. I haven't been happy with it. I probably talked about this in my other videos. Other than the 2025 on the neck, I'm not happy with it. I don't like the way it looks. It looks weird. It just kind of looks at me the wrong way, and I just don't like it. I'm not fully getting rid of it. I will still be doing a book tracker project, but you guys will just have to watch next video to see what I'm going to do. I think it's a lot more geared towards my aesthetic and like what I want, like my, I wouldn't say my niche, but like my, I'll put it this way. It's going to be botanical, which is part of what I want my business to be like known for, I guess. My goal with my business is to be like botanical themed and ocean themed. I want to like be geared towards like ocean animals and ocean related things and how I can turn them kind of botanical, hence like my botanical jellyfish or my mushroom turtle, because that is still like kind of in the botanical realm. But you guys will just have to watch next video to see what I end up doing. Anyways, Mother's Day is in a couple days and I'm going to be crocheting some flowers for my stepmom. That was supposed to be yesterday's goal. Didn't happen. That was supposed to be today's goal. Also, has not happened yet. I'm just rambling on at this point. I do have some stuff to get done. I'm so sorry for the craziness with my videos recently and not posting. I'm getting back on track now. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and thank you so much for sticking with me through the craziness of the past few weeks. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!